Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, different setting. As the title, I'm on my couch. So yeah, this is going to be a new series here on my channel. I was looking at my videos and I don't really have an ongoing series other than my Blu-ray updates. And Blu-ray updates are great, but it's the same thing every single week. And it's not really talking about movies in depth or as much as I would like to, because you know, I get quite a few things a month to show in the updates. So I thought I'll start a new series. So I'm going to be doing this hopefully weekly. Don't quote me, but I am going to really try and do it weekly. And it's going to be, I'm not sure on the final name, but it's going to be kind of called On the Couch Movie Nights. And it's me sitting on my couch watching movies with some popcorn, Pepsi, whatever. And then giving my thoughts after I've watched the movie. So yeah, it's currently Friday night and I just finished watching a movie. So the first movie of the series is The Terminator. Yeah, classic Arnie. So this is the movie I watched today, and it's going to be the movie I'm going to talk about here on the channel. So let's get started. Alright guys, so the Terminator franchise, I've not been that familiar with the Terminator films for that long.
Oh my god!
I recently checked them out last year, it was the year before, because Genesis came out. And, you know, I had Terminator 2 already, and I really enjoyed the movie, but I didn't fully understand it. And when I got Genesis from, I think my Christmas I got it for, I kind of felt, well, I want to watch the original ones and kind of get a better sense of, you know, the franchise and what it's all about. You know, because I was getting kind of confused at some points. I thought, you know, who's this and what's going on? So at the start of the year, you know, I picked them all up on Blu-ray and, you know, I checked them all out in order. And I loved the franchise. And recently I checked out Predator for like the 100th time, again with Arnie. And it put me in the mood for Terminator. So I'm going to be watching the Terminator films, hopefully one a night, if not maybe two. But yeah, so the Terminator, it's all started with the Terminator. Great film. This is the remastered release from the UK. You know, of course, there was a couple Blu-rays beforehand which didn't look the greatest. We still need a remastered Terminator 2, which I'm really excited for in 3D. But anyway, we're not talking about that. But yeah, the first Terminator film, I kind of prefer this over Terminator 2, and don't hate me, it's just, I do. I don't know what it is. I do love Terminator 2. I love the whole prison scene with Sarah Connor. You know, I love all that stuff. The motorbike chase scene is awesome. You know, with the big lorry going down the place. I like the first one, you know, more. But watching it for the second time, it is quite dated. And I've heard people say this, and I kind of agree with them. You know, just with the styles, like her Sarah Connor's hair, the clothes they're all wearing, the music, and like the club scene is very kind of dated. But it kind of adds something to the movie, I suppose. I do enjoy it being set in the 80s. Well, it's not set in the 80s, but it's made in the 80s, if you know what I mean. When was it set? Like 2029 or something it's set in. But yeah, you know, the setting or the period of when it was filmed does add to the film. It's a bit cheesy here and there as well, which is good. You know, you always want a bit of cheese in there. But yeah, it's a great movie. Some of the key scenes I really enjoyed. The nightclub scene where she's in there trying to call the police, and the Terminator's coming to try and track her down and kill her. That's really cool, because of course that's the first time she meets the Terminator, and obviously Chris Kyle as well. Chris Kyle, I don't know the actor's name off by hand, but he did a really good job in it, and I always recognise him, but I never ever research what other things he's been in, because I always recognise him. I'm sure I've seen him in something else. He looks very familiar to the actor who played the main character in the Magnificent Seven TV series. Now, I don't think it is him, but he looks very similar. But yeah, he did a great job. Of course, you know, Arnie, super young at the time. I don't really think he was well known in the movie business yet. This was probably the one that set it off for him. I don't think he'd done Conan by that time. He might have, don't quote me. But yeah, I don't think he was a really big star before this. I think this was like the main one that kind of brought him out to be a great actor. But yeah, really awesome. Of course, you know, seeing the robotic version of him, that's even awesome, you know, at the end of the movie. The very first time you see him, it kind of reminds me of Ray Harryhausen's effects. Because it's I mean, I know he's a robot, but he's kind of like going really slow, and it kind of looks like the animation type that Ray Harryhausen used. Which was pretty cool, you know, to see that style. And of course, you know, the robotic side of him looked awesome as well. You know, the close up on the eyes, the bright red eyes, and just the chrome version of the robotic was really cool. You know, and then the big crusher thing comes down on him at the end. Really good. The two cops in this I really enjoyed. Or was he a psychiatrist? And then the detective. You know, the psychiatrist was getting a kick out of Chris Kyle's story of like the whole Skynet thing, and that was pretty cool. You know, because he thought he was bonkers. So did Sarah Connor. That was pretty cool. But yeah, it's just a great movie. The transfer does need refining, I think. I'm surprised that they've not just done one big remaster and then that's been the last edition to come out. I don't know. Who knows? They might be making a 4K release. I can predict that if they do a 4K release, they'll do a remaster in 1080p also. You know, they're doing Terminator 2 in 3D now, but then they're also bringing it out in 4K. So I can kind of see that happening. They'll kind of just do both at the same time, which I hope, because this does deserve a very good transfer, and so does the second one, definitely. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. You know, I had seen it of course before. I kind of want to say this is my favourite Terminator film. I do love T2 though. I'll maybe have to get back to you when I watch Terminator 2, which will probably be tomorrow night, but I don't know when I'm going to upload these specifically. It might be once a week, it might be daily, I don't know, or whenever I shoot it basically. I'm going to maybe try and do it weekly though, but we'll get to that at the end of the video again. But yeah, so I'm going to watch Terminator 2 and you'll see my thoughts there, which one I prefer. But you can't beat the original. You know, it started it all off, and it made a franchise. You know, even though they're still making tons and tons of them. But yeah, in terms of special features, I'll kind of delve into special features a little bit. There's very little on here. I don't know if you can maybe see. You know, there's only a few. You get 7 deleted scenes, which I don't usually watch deleted scenes. And then you've got one featurette, which is creating the Terminator, visual effects and music. I had it on in the background last night, just before I watched this today, and it was only maybe like 12-13 minutes long. Now I have watched the features on the 2-disc DVD, and there was tons on the DVD. There was a whole bonus disc filled with extras. So I'm thinking because this is remastered, they've probably thought, oh, the collectors will have the first one with all the extras, so they won't be bothered if it's not on this one. But I waited and I picked up the remastered, so I want the extras. So I may have to find the 2-disc DVD and give those a watch again, because they were pretty good extras. But yeah, in terms of the actual release, I like the cover of it, pretty cool. I do like it. And then on the inside you've just got a blank disc. Discs in the player of course, and then some flyer for 2 new featurettes, and that's it. But I think that's expired anyway. Yeah, the 31st of December 2015. But yeah, so that was it for the first movie of the series, the Terminator, the original first movie, classic. So there you go, leave some comments below about this movie. So yeah, that's Terminator. So guys, to wrap it up, I'll just talk a bit more about the whole series. I'm going to probably do them weekly. I'm going to try and do it maybe every Wednesday, maybe every Friday, you know, come to think of it, because Friday seems like a good day. I might do it every Friday. There you go. I'm making changes on the spot, on video. I'm going to do it every Friday. It just seems a bit better to do it that way. Yeah, and it's a nice weekend video. So hopefully every Friday. If not, it will probably be a Saturday. Unless I can't shoot the video at some point. I'm going to try and do it straight after the movie though, just to give my instant reactions. You know, and while it's still fresh on my mind, especially if it's like a first time watch, it's always good to have that as a backup. But yeah, and I'm going to try and keep them short, unless it's one of my all-time favourites. I might yabber on for half an hour. But I'll try and keep them to 10, maybe 15 minutes at the most. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Look forward to the new series. I hope you like the name. Definitely leave a comment below if there's anything else I could do in terms of different series on the channel. Because I want to make it more active. You know, there's only maybe 1 or 2 videos here and there, and then the main update video. But yeah, so hope you enjoyed this, guys. Please leave some comments with some feedback down below. Comment on, you know, the Terminator. I'm sure everyone's got opinions on the Terminator films, and probably next video in this series will be Terminator 2. So until next time, guys, I'll see you guys there. Peace.
I'll be back.